today, what a place this is, the ACC Liverpool, the Aqua Arena we've just been to. And now it's time for the BT Convention Centre, and the perfect lady to give us a little tour is Kerrin MacPhie, Director of Sales.
Yes.
You've been here since pretty much day one. Looking back at that in the past, and you must look at this now and go, wow, look how far we've come. It must have been so exciting back then.
It was very, very exciting, and for me, I think that the spine-tingling moment was when, I think, very, very early in January in 2008, and we had a test event in the arena, and myself and my then sales manager, who has moved on to good things, we just stood there and saw the lights work and the sound rise, and it was very emotional. I think you're the first person I've told that to, actually.
I can see a tear in your eye there, Kerrin. That's how passionate you are about this place.
I am that, yeah, ask anybody.
Yeah.
Passion is my middle name.
And why not? This place is incredible and must be a fun place to work as well.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
We're in the BT Convention Centre. Now, a lot of people watching will have come to concerts, to gigs at the Aqua Arena, but Convention Centre, I'm thinking that a lot of people won't know what happens here. Explain what it is and what its main purpose is.
A convention centre is a place where people will meet. I say generally large congresses and conferences, they come together for an annual meeting. In the association sector, their bylaws say that they have to meet. So they're a really robust sector to actually engage with and to sort of do multi-year deals with, because they have to meet. We have to sell our space, so it's a win-win scenario. So we've got really close relationships with that sector. There's also the corporate sector. So the corporate sector is predominantly agencies who will place events for large chains. You know, I'm talking about supermarket chains, big blue chip organisations, and they'll be placed by an agency. And again, they generally meet every year or more than once a year, and what tends to happen is the senior managers within that organisation will put on sort of a show in the auditorium, and that sort of gets all the attendees, all the staff of the big organisation really sort of in a great mood for the rest of the day, all the learnings, and then the night time comes, and then there can be a party for 1,000 people, 1,500 people downstairs in our hall too.
Now, a lot of people watching at home right now will never ever have seen this space, and this is the second time I've seen this. It is huge, absolutely massive. So this is Hall 2 of the BT Convention Centre.
Well, interestingly, this is half of Hall 2. This is where it gets a bit complicated, because this is one space, but it's half of another half of a space, if that makes sense. So you're with me, everybody? And this one space can split into 3 separate spaces, and each of those spaces can be used for different things.
So tell me what was the last event here, or an example of an event in just this space?
Example of an event in this space was an exhibition for a medical conference. So what you'd have in here is you'd have all the stands, you'd have all the catering, you'd have a bit of seating, you'd have maybe some sort of workshops on stands. So, very, very business-like. Then we recently had the gymnastics. And then another time we actually had the dodgems in here and a dinner.
Wow.
But not at the same time. So anybody who's sort of thinking health and safety-wise, that doesn't work. It didn't work together. We did it all separately.
It must be exciting to put something like that together.
It's really exciting, and we've got a really sort of good process within the organisation. So sales, they go out, develop relationships with clients, get the business in, maintain that relationship, because what we don't say is, oh great, thank you, goodbye, we're off. And we maintain that relationship, and then we have a really specialist events team, production team. So depending how flamboyant an event wants to be, or how calm and sort of professional an event wants to be, then our teams beyond the sales team will come in and do what they do best and make an event a success.
When we were walking in, and I was made up, tear in my eye for this, there was a welcome Bay TV Liverpool on one of the screens, and that instantly makes you feel really special, doesn't it? Do you do that for each event, each company, each business that is coming here?
We do indeed. We do a whole raft of things. We have a delegate welcome. So, there's nothing nicer than arriving somewhere as an independent, never been to a destination before, and see your event name on a screen, or see your event name on a flag outside, or a tent card in a hotel. So we make sure that we have the delegate welcome in place for the events that really need them. And then we also have a delegate card. So anybody attending an event here, no matter how small it is or how large it is, they get a delegate card, which is a discount card, and they can go and enjoy the rest of the city on the card.
Wow.
And the card is valid for a year.
Now, this is just as good as any theatre, and we've got some fantastic theatres which we love. This is just as good.
It is indeed. I won't go into the technical specification, but the lighting and the sound is absolutely,
Spot
top.
on.
Spot, yeah. We actually find, conferences, they love the space here. Just now, we're stood here, we've got 850 seats in the core. I won't say what's behind the walls, but this is our core. And, you could be down on the stage and you and I could have a conversation. So would you like to go down on the stage?
I'd love to go on the stage.
Let's go on the stage.
Now, there's something very special there and there. If we can turn our cameras around, these two grey kind of half circles, as you just mentioned,
Yep.
something happens with these, doesn't it?
It does indeed.
So that is pretty outstanding.
It's amazing.
So basically, we've got two extra sections up there.
Yeah.
That come round, and you've got extra seating. Look at that. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Literally a room on the move. That is really, really cool to see. So this is the auditorium, spectacular space. We've been in the big giant hall downstairs.
Yes.
Obviously, meeting rooms are a big deal. Should we go and find one of them?
Definitely.
Let's do it. Let's do it. That's amazing.
Fantastic, isn't it?
Absolutely amazing. You love this place. I can hear that in your voice.
I do.
What do you love most about the ACC experience?
I love the fact that I can literally go around the nation and the world and talk with pride about a great world-class facility. We didn't have this before we had ACC Liverpool, and now we do. And now people know when Liverpool walks in the room, and that to me is something very, very special. But before we actually say goodbye, I'd like to give you something.
Oh, okay.
We mentioned delegate card earlier.
Yes.
And this is a delegate card, so
My
I'd like
God.
you to just go and try out and just be a delegate for a day in our
That
city.
would be
But it does last for a
amazing.
year, so
A
enjoy.
delegate for a year. I feel really important now. Kerrin, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I will hopefully see you again.